everyone, and welcome to the week 2 of the Healthcare Workforce 21 Days of Self-Compassion Challenge. We're getting together tonight just to highlight what this week's been all about, because we finished week 1, which was all about mindfulness and taking those mindful moments for ourselves to go, how am I going? What's happening here? And how do I notice myself and how I'm feeling? And be okay to be a little bit stressed at times, but know that I notice it and then know how to manage it. So in that pathway of self-kindness, that mindfulness feeds into this, self-kindness. So it's where we allow kindness for us as much as we offer for others. So in this week, we're sort of really breaking down day by day, how can we be kind to ourselves? How can we speak to ourselves in a kinder manner? And how can we reflect on our success? And, not because we want big heads or anything, but because we deserve as much kindness for ourselves as we give for others, because that's looking after yourself. So as usual, I have got the amazing Anne and I have got the incredible Mona Lisa with us, and we're just going to have a bit of a chat about what we've heard some of our participants doing, because as much as people don't pop in, they're talking to us off on the sides about what they've been noticing about in the last week. So, okay, I'm going to talk to you guys and I'm going to ask you, what's popped out for you this week about self-kindness that you just want to think about and talk about?
I think I know at times I do tend to sort of be a little bit flippant about self-kindness and how much I have been putting myself first with a lot of things. But I think a lot of people think it just happens overnight, but it takes a long time to give yourself permission to do that. And sometimes we're a little hard on ourselves because of that. And then the guilt comes in that we're putting ourselves first and, all that sort of stuff.
Oh.
So I think people need to realize it's not just going to happen because we snap our fingers and I need to be good to myself.
Yes.
And I think a lot of mothers have that issue. They put themselves last above their patients and, their children and their family and all that sort of stuff. So sometimes I think before it gets too late and you end up snapping, because let's face it, that's what happens. Giving yourself permission to do those sorts of things is important. So,
And as you said there, Anne, it is really hard to change the habit of putting your hand up and saying, sorry, I need a break here because I can't keep doing this. I'm really stretching myself too thin, and I don't want this. I'm going to take a time out and I'm going to go and look after myself.
And you get workforces that continually remind you that it's not okay to do that. They make you feel bad for doing that. It's not like burnout is the ultimate goal.
No, there is some workplaces who do, I mean, I was working with people today and people said to me, oh, but Sue, if I say no, then, I know that people don't like it when you say no. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not saying no to be difficult. You're not saying no to be, a troublesome employee. You're saying no because you've stretched yourself for so long that there isn't any room left.
Yeah.
So you're saying no because you're just trying to get their attention so that you can put your hand up and go, I'm saying no this time, and this is why.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know that an employer will get away with having a go at you because at the end of the day, if you've said no, this is why, then
Yeah.
It's not, you haven't done that lightly. And
No.
so, and it's not like you're doing it all the time. So
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's just about, I've gotten to the habit of saying yes so much and just flogging myself
Yeah.
that I'm now uncomfortable with this new habit of
Yeah.
trying out the word no.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah.
That's going to take a long time to get used to. And as
Yeah.
you said, not happening overnight.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's because I know I have done it. I've told a manager no. I said, like, I felt like I was being punished because I was good at my job. Well, we'll give you someone else's load as well. How about that? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no. How does no sound?
Exactly. Yeah.
Come first. It was probably the first time I've ever told a manager no, but she didn't like it. Made my life
Of
hell
course
afterwards.
not.
But my care factor was probably less than zero before that. So yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
that's the thing. When we don't, if we sort of get into that habit of just doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it,
Mm,
then
mm,
we snap at some point and then we actually will get in trouble because we
yeah,
might be reactive
yeah.
and we might yell at someone. We might do something that is not, it's not our way. It's not our authentic self. It's our stress
Mm,
self speaking.
mm.
And, and then we will get in trouble because we broke a rule.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it's that tipping point thing. We've been tipped so far
yeah,
off that we've gone wrong, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
So that's what we're trying to avoid here, isn't it?
yeah. 100%. Yeah. It is finding that that little bit of balance between
Yeah,
fight, flight, and freeze, and you're trying to sort of maneuver your way out of all those things so that you're in a happy medium.
Mm.
And you need to do that before you
exactly.
realize you are that bad. So,
Exactly. What have you noticed this week in self-kindness
Mhm.
week, Mona Lisa?
Some if I sometimes I notice myself talk becoming harsh, but one thing helps me
Yep,
snap out of it is pausing for a moment, taking a few slow breaths. That short pause helps me step back instead of reacting immediately.
mm, good
Especially
job.
fabulous.
and sometimes it
Yeah,
also works like as an admin, works moves very fast. Like for me, and there are
yes,
many details that needs to be managed. And sometimes I can say like I feel overwhelmed and start criticizing myself. But I try to remind myself that mistakes or delays are part of being human and that I
Mm,
correct things step by step.
yeah.
Sometimes even
correct.
something like another thing that she helped me is shifting my focus to the next small action I can take rather than staying stuck in the mistake. So that
Mm,
helps me move forward with a calmer mindset. And something like simple, like standing up and stretching or stepping away from my computer, help me reset my mind.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. Got a lot of good strategies there.
Great. Yeah. Pausing is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think the unique thing of pausing is that you have to trust yourself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But knowing when to do it as well
It's
is
hard to,
mm. Sorry.
exactly. You've got to, no, it's perfect. You've got to trust and know and see it and go, I have to pause.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, love it. Now,
Sometimes, sorry.
today, self-kindness talk. Oh, no, you go. It's probably, am I glitching a little bit? Um, what else were you going to say, Mona Lisa?
No, I think like sometimes whenever I have a poor internet, I think that is the sign that I need to take a pause. Like it's time for me to take a pause. Like, yeah, just rest Mona and go back later.
Mm. Mm.
Great. Well, today in the schedule of things, we had the shoulds, didn't we? We're releasing the shoulds.
Yeah.
Now, how do you like to call that? And what's your thing?
Don't let people should on you, or never let anyone should on you.
Yeah, that's a great one, isn't it? I hadn't
Lesson
heard that
for
one
the week.
before, so I like it. I might have to adopt it. We
I've used
will
that
adopt
for
it.
years. Yeah, I've used that for years, just in some other PMA training or something like that, I think it might have been, and you need to stop allowing other people to put their judgments on you, what they expect from you, which is a should, or you
Yep.
should do this, or you should do that, or whatever it is, but it's not going to work for you. So it's so stopping people shooting on you is important.
And don't should on yourself as well, because you know that whole idea of I should be I should be healthy, or I should be a certain weight, or I should look like this.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah, yeah. Hard today
Yeah.
though, with today's a lot of the influences we get are not just from close family and friends, they're from everybody all over the world, because we allow that into our lives now with socials and stuff like that. So a lot of that is hard to ignore.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's a social norm these days, which is where our control of what we allow in our environments to influence us. That's pretty hard as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think like that's something I notice in myself is using that word. As soon as I notice that I say should, I stop the sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped using the word probably effectively probably about a year ago
Yeah, right.
because I just noticed it in my vocabulary and I just went, nah, do I need to do it? Do I want to do it? There's no about it, and I took it out.
Did you find that using the word should held you back?
Oh, it just set an unrealistic expectation that I couldn't do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel bad about yourself, right? Because you've missed
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
milestone it was that you thought you should be doing, and then
Yeah.
you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. I think, whatever it was, I just went, no, I don't need to do that anymore. So, yeah. So I just wanted to use more definitive language. Will I do that or won't I do that? Like I just, wanted to be clearer on my terms.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you, Mona Lisa? What is some sort of bit of so your intentional act this week really has been to focus on your pauses, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Good
So,
work. So how are you going to keep doing that beyond this week? What else are you going to add to that so you keep being good with your pauses?
I think if I rewrote the moment with self-kindness, I might say to myself that it's okay, mistakes happen, and I can correct it. I'm doing my best and learning the job. That shift
Great.
already makes the moment feel lighter.
Right.
Mhm.
Good self-talk. So that's what I'm thinking about this week, that good self-talk that looks after us. Yeah. And what about you, Miss Anne? What have you small intentional acts are you doing with your self-kindness? Because the reason we're talking about the small intentional acts is because we don't want self-kindness to be grandiose and expensive or, something that you have to spend hours per day on. Do we?
Yeah, that's right. So having moved, I haven't had time to get back into I would walk 2 days and then have a day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. So I've started doing that again this week, which is good. Trying to get back into a decent routine of meditation through the day, first thing of the morning.
Nice.
So these are just things that I'm trying to get back into a normal routine for myself. So, which for me is quite important because it sort of sets the tone for my day, really. So, yeah.
Oh, great work. And how
Mm.
long do you do your meditation for? Is it just a small sort of one that's recorded that you just do for a little bit? Like, what does that look like?
I do a mantra, and then I put on some. It's called a. Um, I have a bit of music. It's a purring something. I can't remember what it is now. I'll send you the link.
Right. That's a bit of fun.
And so once I've done I have chanting beads. So once I've done my entire round of chanting beads, then I put on my music and then I just sit in silence and close my eyes with my intention for the day. And when I'm done, I'm done. So that could be anywhere between 15 and 40 minutes. So it just depends. Yeah.
Great. So it's something you fit into your life on your terms.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Mm.
And that's what we're looking for. I guess that's a challenge of the week, isn't it? What is that small intention that you can do that is self-kindness that looks after you?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So you might have to experiment with a couple of things and have a go.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because you get that peace of mind.
Mm. Find things that nourish your soul. I reckon it's just and just nourishing, I think. Yeah.
Fabulous. So have we got anything else we wanted to highlight, or do we just want to hear that people are out there trying small snippets of self-kindness and watching out for their language, speaking to themselves softly, not telling themselves that they should do anything, and just breathing and pausing. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It is a lot.
And be kind to yourself always.
Exactly. You only have oneself,
Yeah.
so why aren't you kind to it?
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
Fabulous. I think we'll finish on that. If you've only got your one self, so be kind.
Yeah.
It's free.
All right. This is the week for it. All right. We'll see you next week for the final week of the challenge where we talk about common humanity. All right. See you next week, guys. Thank you.